Hello dear students, welcome to a physics online class. I am your physics teacher. I wish you happy Nagar Panchami to you and your family. Dear students, in the last class we were discussing about the first chapter motion. In that chapter we are discussing what is a motion, what are the different types of motion, uniform motion, non-uniform motion, some parameters like a distance, displacement, velocity, acceleration, speed, and also we are discussing some of the problems and equations of a motion. All those things we are discussed. So here we know that the objects are changes their places from one place to another places. That state we are called as an motion. So while the objects, or when the objects are changing their position from one place to another place or one point to another point, is there any necessary or is there any extra quantity is needed for change the position of an object or to get the motion of an object? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ತನ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಒಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆನಾ? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ that quantity we have to discuss in this class. So that is a force and laws of motion. So we know about the motion in the last chapter and the force. The force is we already discussed it in the last year in the chapter force and pressure. So I hope you will remember the definition of a force and motion. So once again, just to recall the definition of a force and motion, that is very helpful to understand the concept which are present in the force and laws of a motion. So this is our second chapter. Yes? So this is somewhat little bit different from the first chapter and force and pressure. So here this thing in this chapter we are going to discuss some of the theories or laws we are going to discuss. Which are those laws, how those laws are helpful for our day-to-day life. So how they are helpful for our life, that thing we have to discuss in this class. So first we have to, before beginning to our chapter, we have to know about the concept. So first concept is definition of force. Definition of force. We know already the definition of force. Just once we have to recall the definition of force. So second concept is balanced force. Balanced force and unbalanced force. Unbalanced force. That means what is meant by balanced force and unbalanced force. So what are the main differences between the balanced force and unbalanced force? So this is a first part of our chapter. So second chapter, laws of motion. So here, before going to know about the laws of motion, first we have to know about the scientist Einstein and Galileo Galilei. So that is about the introduction of Galileo and Sir Isaac Newton we have to discuss. So after knowing about the Galileo and Sir Isaac Newton, so we have to know about the Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion. So the Newton's first law of motion is also calling as law of inertia. Law of inertia. So what is meant by inertia? So based on the definition of inertia, how we are going to define the Newton's first law of motion? So what is the statement of Newton's first law of motion? How this Newton's first law is related to our day-to-day life? That thing we have to discuss in the Newton's first law with some of the examples. So next concept, inertia and mass. Inertia and mass. That means first law of motion we are calling as a law of inertia. How this inertia is related to the mass of an object. So is there any special relation between inertia and mass? If the relation is there in between the mass and inertia, so what is that relationship? That we have to discuss. So next, Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion. So what is meant by Newton's second law of motion? So this Newton's second law of motion is related to or we can also call it as a law of momentum. Law of momentum. So what is meant by a momentum? What is the formula for momentum? How we are going to represent the momentum of an object? So what is the formula for a momentum? That we have to discuss with the help of the law of Newton's second law of motion, and we have a derivation. F is equal to m into a. See, this is the mathematical formula for the Newton's second law of motion. So this we have to derive it. Derivation. So in your textbook they given as a mathematical form of a Newton's second law. Yes, both are said that Newton's second law of motion we are expressed as in the terms of S is equal to m into a, which is related to a momentum of an object. So how we are getting the equation F is equal to m into a with the help of the momentum, that we have to discuss. F is equal to m into a ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾ ನ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ಸ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಲಾ. Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion. So this first law, second law and third law, these three laws are given by Sir Isaac Newton based on the motion of an object. So Newton's third law of motion is also calling as action and reaction. Action and reaction. Action and reaction. So last concept is law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of momentum. So what is meant by law of conservation of momentum? How the momentum of an object is going to conserve. So that we have to discuss. Here we have a formula, that is ma ua plus mb ub is equal to ma va plus mb vb. So this is a law of conservation of a momentum mathematical formula. So this says that the momentum of an object before collision is equal to the momentum of an object after the collision. So wherever A and B are there, these A and B represents the objects. Where M is there, MA, MB is there, it is the mass of the object. UA and UB is the initial velocity of the object A and object B. And VA, VB represents the final velocity of object A and object B after the collision. Here this says that the momentum of an object is not changes before the collision and after the collision. It's the same, it's same. So next, very important, that is problems. Yes, problems in text questions, example problems, all those things are there. And last one is exercise. So this is all about the concept of a force and laws of a motion. So if you know these things, your force and laws of motion is going to complete, and this chapter is very helpful for your higher education. This chapter you have for a first PUC. If you know the things clearly now only, it will be helpful for your higher studies. Yes, I hope all are understand the concept of a force and laws of motion. So in the next, so first you have to remember this concept. Yes, then you can understand the concept briefly. Okay. So here in the next class we have to start up with our concept. First concept, that is a definition of force. So before going to start this chapter, I would like to take a first test on the first chapter. Yes, as early as possible, you try to complete the notes, and I will tell one day to for a test. At that time, you have to write the test. Yes, be ready for the test after completion of your fair. Thank you.